Superhero News Network.
All right,
we were just
hello.
watching an excellent dance video.
Yes, I'll put it up later.
On the Instagram.
It's gonna be my VMA awards kind of submission. I think it has everything you need. It has people dancing on toilets. You have a guy singing in showers, and a little person just like shaking for it. I got drip
living
for
his best life.
It's the best thing. It's the best thing. That's pretty much what I've been.
Sale, right?
Yeah, he had drip for
sale.
sale. Drips are for sale. I got
He
drip
is a
for sale.
hero.
He is
like many of the superheroes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But even before we get there, tell me about your week so far. I mean, it's only what, Thursday?
Super busy. Yeah, it's already Thursday. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like a Monday, I guess. Just
Dude.
like everything's just piling on.
Yeah. Right? Right? A lot of stuff has been happening, especially this week. We have so much to talk about. Like, dear God, you know what? Who cares about my week? Let's just start talking about what's going on.
Yes.
No, because it's big. So let's start right off with, new comic TV shows.
Yes, we've got plenty of trailers and also few episodes for the new sci-fi series Deadly Class. Have y'all been watching? If you have, let us know in the comments. Have you been watching?
Okay. This is the thing about Deadly Class. Okay. It's based in the 80s. It's in San Francisco.
Okay.
And very stylized by the Russo brothers, or at least executive producers.
Nice. That's already good. That's already a plus.
No, okay, and all this sounds like, wow, this sounds like it's going to be one of the best things ever, right?
So you're telling me it's not?
Completely not.
Oh,
I just lied to you. It is so not entertaining. The pilot. That's why Sci-Fi gave us the pilot for free. That's literally why I think so. And they were like,
I thought it looked high quality.
It does. It is high quality. You can have high quality crap. Right. Everybody can go ahead and put diamonds on crap and say, here you go. You're gonna go ahead and pick the diamonds if you want the money. But that's what's happening right now. It's just like
you just pushed my bubble.
See, hot.
That's why I had the gum. All right.
It's not that good to me, and I don't know if I'm being very very critical.
Being a hater.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It could be.
It's because it's sci-fi. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
It took Magicians a season to get good.
Dude, for me, Magicians was good from jump.
I forget. At first, I was like, this is like depressing Harry Potter. And
that was great because
then by the end of the first season, I was like, where the f is season 2?
Oh,
Bring it here.
Thing is, okay, now this is sci-fi, and sci-fi lately has been, pushing and giving us some stuff. They did recently cancel The Expanse, and a lot of people were kind of upset with that. But you can't be upset when the numbers aren't lying to you.
That's true.
You know?
And Amazon picked it up, so we're all fine.
There you go. It lives.
Yeah.
But
also, Blackwing, yes, it is a no glasses Daniel, and he looks great.
I've got drip for sale.
I'm so jealous right now.
I've got drip for sale.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm doing here. But even besides that, that's the thing with Deadly Class. It just wasn't my thing. Right. What's happening in the chat? Is anyone saying concerning?
Well, someone does like Deadly Class.
Ooh.
Tokokin. And so Jezzer,
you liked it?
Yeah.
I thought we talked once and you were like,
See, like, my opinions were being swayed.
I felt,
before this episode started, Jezzer was telling me that he really enjoyed it, and I was like, okay, so I was too harsh on it. And not that I watched it, but from what I heard from my friend. And then you came in, you're like, it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I just said not the worst
and now
thing.
I'm like, oh God. But yeah, Toku
I wouldn't say the worst thing.
Toku said he did love it, and his favorites are Petra and the one gangsta dude. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, bravo on it. But I don't know. For me, I just didn't feel it was that good, and I felt that's why Sci-Fi did the move of putting the pilot on YouTube to still get a buzz and make people want to go see it when it was on Sci-Fi, because they said, okay, we're going to have an additional 10 or 15 minutes that wasn't on YouTube, so you're gonna want to see it. And yeah, that was the case, and it was actually just 2 fights that were even longer, and people were like, oh my God, this is really good. Yeah, I get it.
And you were not that.
No, I got it. No, the choreography was great. I just feel that in some areas it kind of lacked character development, in my opinion. But
Lanaconda is bae. Agreeing with our producer. I'll say that's why I want to watch it from Lanaconda.
All right. I mean, I have my opinions, but like I said, once again, it's just my opinion. Maybe it's completely wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe there's a reason why they put me on this show. Just saying. But that's me.
Yeah.
But no, I like the fact that I have the unpopular opinion. That's all.
Yeah. I'll give you guys my opinion next week. I'll be like, I've watched the 4 episodes now, and I will tell you that Daniel is wrong.
There you go.
Or Daniel is right.
There you go. Either one of the two. Most likely it's going to be Daniel's wrong. But moving on, when it comes to...
Oh, wait. Token Kid said, Daniel, it's okay to be wrong. I love Deadly Class.
It's okay to be wrong.
And yes, thank you for that super chat, Token Kid. Leading by example, if you want to make sure that your comment is heard and that we have to stop what we're doing and say it. We'll even, like, if we're in the middle of dancing, we just have to stop, right? And say your comment. We can't move on until we do.
There you go.
Just hit that little $sign in the chat so that you can give us your comment.
I say it's an S for super chat.
An S for super chat for the world to see. But
That's
yes,
right.
Other things the world has to see.
Other things that the world has to see recently in new comic TV shows, I would say would be more of, well, I guess, you know what I like?
Yes, tell me.
I like punk rock X-Men meets Watchmen with a dash of Hellboy.
I love that. Okay, that's really...
So all of that together, and you know what I'm saying?
It's like, I want the X-Men if the X-Men listened to My Chemical Romance.
Wow. Well, that is an option, and that's what I'm getting with the, Umbrella Academy trailer.
That's right. I never read the comic, but I know it was written by Gerard Way.
Yep.
Of My Chemical Romance.
Yep.
Fame. Apparently he can do it all. The man has all the talents that you can have.
Wow. And they jumped on the adaptation, I guess, at a good point. It's had 4 volumes already as far as,
Tom Craven has a super chat, too.
Oh, hey, what's Tom saying?
Daniel's soapbox moment. That is true.
Thank you.
Daniel likes to do that a lot.
Thank you. I do. You know what? I take a page out of Joe's book and I say, you know what? I'm not going to have you chat me up. I'm going to chat you up.
Oh, that's right. Got to take initiative.
That's right. Me.
But yes, so... Punk Rock X-Men, go.
Punk Rock X-Men, yes, meets, I said meets...
Hellboy.
Watchmen with a dash of Hellboy.
Yeah.
And it is, because every bit of it looks beautiful. It looks great. It's dreary. It has the guy from the Misfits.
I was going to say, shout out to my Misfits brother.
Yes,
I love him so much.
Exactly.
Also, you know what? He was in a movie, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It was a movie with David Tennant.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
So good. I freaking love that movie.
That girl, how he cleaned up the place and then she wasn't there.
What was that movie called?
I forgot.
Bad Samaritan. It was called Bad Samaritan.
Bad Samaritan. Yes. That's right.
Go watch that movie, guys. It was great.
Right.
All right, continue.
But no, I mean, yeah, and he's great. He is great as an actor, and I do love him. Is it Scottish or Irish?
I think he's Irish. Yeah,
he's Irish. He's got a little Irish brogue, and I love every bit of it. And it's just, this is what I have been waiting to see. And when I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this is going to be an interesting movie. And then when I heard, oh no, it's a series. Yeah. And I was like, it's a series?
It's a series.
With all these people. I got Mary J. Blige playing one of these psychotic, like, time-traveling assassins.
She looks great.
Right?
So good.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, we've got Ellen Page up in there.
Yes.
I'm really all about this.
Oh, that's a big story concerning
that,
like, too, if you know. I can't wait for everybody to watch it and then find out what the big reveal or twist is close to the end, because I've read some of the comics already, and it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna have to read the comics because of that trailer. That was really good.
God,
I was really excited
it's so good. It's so good.
Also, I just want to point. Tom says that you need a graphic for your soapbox, and I kind of like that, like, because we had Johnny's poll list. That's why we don't have Johnny. Maybe we need Daniel's soapbox.
See, I like to call them Gablactorants.
There you go.
That's what I like to call them. So so you guys can just kind of figure that out, dear producers.
Even if everything looked horrible, Mary J. Blige in like that outfit with that hair,
I would just like, you have killed it. I am in for it. Whatever she does, I don't care if she's just really bad and doesn't talk. But it's going to be interesting because the character that she's playing seems polar opposite from anything we've ever seen.
Right.
It's very fun, chaotic, and the character's supposed to be almost like insane.
Right.
And they're time traveling assassins, her and her partner.
So
and I just, kind of weird. Like there's a moment where they wear like these like furry heads, and they're just jumping around in a burning building, and you're like, what? But it's like, oh, it's a scene from the comic, and they did very well. So I think they'll do it.
Does it seem to you like they're following the first arc of the
Oh, it is. It is completely.
Okay. So if you want to read the first, you would know what's happening.
You know exactly what's happening, because the whole time traveling thing with the kid, really, this is the interesting thing. That time traveling kid, has a body of like a 10 or 15-year-old. I don't know, something around.
Yeah, he looks.
I don't know the age of kids. I don't know the age of kids.
Like, it just looks like a child.
I own one, and I don't even know.
You own one. Oh wow.
Yeah, well, whatever. But no, like with he's that. But the thing is, his consequence of his power is when he jumps through time, he ages. Yeah, but it's actually internal, and it seems like we have a super chat.
Oh, hey, Common Rider Blur. Yeah. Thoughts on Batman Beyond animated movie rumors? Okay, I didn't know that you have just informed me of that.
Yeah, that's
I'm totally here for that.
You know what? Fine. We'll talk about it real quick, and then we'll move on to
Batman
Birds of Prey.
Beyond, the animated series. I love the current run of comics, so I would totally 100% watch that movie.
Well, that's what people are saying, and they're saying that it seems like Warner Brothers is going to lean into that kind of vein of it due to the success of Spider-Man. Now, with Spider-Verse being as interesting or as good as it was, people are thinking to themselves, well, why not we... Yeah, exactly. And what else would lend itself to doing so? Right. Pretty much, it's like, oh, okay, the successor of Spider-Man is animated. Okay, the successor of Batman
It's kind of sad that like, they had to like copy, but imitation is... The sincerest form of flattery.
That's right. So. But the problem is DC has always been doing that. Hey, we're going to have a cohesive cinematic universe because that's what Marvel did.
Would steal DC characters for their comics.
That's been
really
forever.
All, we're all one big happy family here. Exactly.
We're just taking from everyone. So my thoughts on it are yes, and more yes. I do want to see it possibly animated because if we get a live action film, a lot of people were saying if we did such a thing, even though now they're talking about it in an animated way, Terry McGinnis would be an Asian American male. That's what they're thinking. I'm thinking, man, if we did a live action, I'd still go for it.
Yeah.
Even though like how they're saying Nightwing would be, I would still like to see a live action. Maybe Peter or Yoshi, or just whatever. Just saying, guys. Hit me up. I just dropped your name. I just dropped your name.
I just think like DC animated films have been like superior for so long. Like, why not? And I always wanted them to put them out more, like, in big theaters.
Dude,
like, hopefully we get to see that.
That's it. DC does know how to tell a good story when it's animated versus what we have in live action, except for Aquaman and Wonder Woman. So
those are good,
yeah. So move on
but I was going to say, like, the Umbrella Academy trailer had good music. And I thought people were, like, reacting to the song and stuff. There was, like, reaction trails. But what I thought had amazing freaking music was the last trailer not the last trailer, but The Boys. Like, there was a song in the second Boys trailer. And I was just like, I need that for my playlist immediately.
Okay. See, The Boys, I am so ready for.
Yeah.
I am so ready for because, once again, it becomes a mix of Watchmen and Justice League.
Exactly. The Watchmen vibes were so strong. It's like Watchmen, but, like, funny.
Yeah, it does.
Not that Watchmen isn't funny, but, I'm not, like, want to kill myself afterward.
Definitely. Now, just from the trailer alone, how excited are you for it?
I'm very excited based on the trailer, and I wasn't excited before I saw the trailer.
No,
like I had read I had seen the interviews because we went to Comic-Con and we did interviews for The Boys, and I was like, I guess, but and also because there's only, let's be honest, there's just like one woman there, and her character's name is the girl, and I was like, goodbye. But then I saw the trailer and I was like, never mind, this looks awesome.
Hey, you know what? It happens. It happens. on Umbrella Academy, the time traveling kid is called the boy. So I mean, hey, we're give and take here, guys. But no, I am interested for it because I want to see what Amazon is willing to do. Amazon has been doing a lot of things as far as dipping their finger in the creative pool. Right. They're doing a Neil Gaiman show with David Tennant on it, where it's like demons and angels or whatever like that. Right?
Yeah,
there you go. They're doing that. They did this. They did this show called Homecoming, which is based on a very popular podcast where it's like an audio drama. And it had like David Schwimmer and a bunch of other people, blah, blah. So when they did it, they have Julia Roberts and some other people on there. And it's an actual show that's already there.
Kind of fun.
Yes, it's really good. So with this, it was just like, okay, you know what? You guys have proven yourselves already.
Yeah.
Marvelous Miss.
Exactly. Marvelous Miss winning awards.
There you go.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I believe or trust this?
Plus, I just like, that it's not going to be the typical superhero story, right? It's not just like another group of superheroes.
Yeah.
It's like from the perspective of the people that have to, they're so powerless.
Yeah.
It only lasted one season. But, like, the concept is, like, what happens to people who have to clean up the messes of the superheroes. I like that.
So, pretty much that's exactly what it is. It's powerless, but
with curse words.
It's dark, gritty, and R-rated.
Right.
So, with that, I'm down for it. And when you were speaking, once again, you said the transition for music. One thing that I did like was the Birds of Prey trailer.
Yes, let's talk about that. Because, like, when that first came out, I saw a lot of people, like, that were, like, making jokes, and I think even I made jokes, so, like, it looks like it belongs on the CW, or it looks like,
it does,
cheaper
it does.
But that's because it's a screen test, right? Like,
that's what I said.
Images.
Yeah, it's not a trailer, guys.
Right.
Actually, what it is a stylized screen test. So it's not something that you're going to look at immediately and say, oh, okay, well, these are scenes that you're going to see in the film.
Right.
They're not.
It's just, like, these are kind of what the actors are going to look like, right?
Yeah.
And I really liked, like, especially Journey Smollett-Bell as Black Canary. I didn't even recognize her.
Oh, my God.
When I saw her, I was like, damn, damn, who is that girl playing Black Canary?
Yeah, right.
And it's her, obviously.
Yeah. And that's the thing. All right, just in case you guys don't know, Birds of Prey is pretty much a girl power kind of very heavy girl power kind of pushed comic. At one time an anthology. Yeah. But it has, let's go over the roster. I'm going to go ahead and read my notes here.
All right,
we have Huntress, Black Canary, Harley Quinn, and Renee Montoya.
Yes.
All there to save Cassandra Cain, a.k.a. Batgirl or
Batgirl,
Orphan. You know, exactly. And she was kidnapped by the Black Mask organization. Yes. Hence, there we go. We got Black Mask. Now, I think when I see it, I am thinking that because it's a screen test, they want to see how he looks without the mask on. Now,
you want to see Ewan McGregor.
Yes, exactly. Now, remember, in the New 52, he can remove the mask. But all in other history or other bits of it, it tends to be that he had a kind of fight with Batman
on the rooftop. Yeah, doesn't get fused, like he gets hit by lightning or something?
Yes, lightning and boom, and it just
I would imagine that we would start off with a dude that can remove his mask, and then in the course of the movie, you'd see the mask get fused to him. That's what I would imagine.
I wonder, and it's kind of like, well, if it does happen. Also, didn't know that in the roster on the film, we're supposed to have Victor Zsasz.
Yeah, I saw that, and that was Chris Messina. He looked so different.
Look at that!
I did not recognize him.
And I wonder, and I'm thinking that this is possibly before everything else that we knew concerning Margot Robbie playing in Suicide Squad and everything else, everything like this is kind of like a prequel because it's. But even though it is her separating from the Joker,
I think we might see her finally kick the Joker to the curb and then join the girls. So that's what I'm imagining.
But that's interesting though because it's like we're still gonna get a backdoor intro to Zsasz and Black Mask.
No, Black Mask.
So that's gonna be interesting because we're gonna see Zsasz most likely start on his like bloodlust kind of thing, end up shaving his head possibly in the end, and then start with the first. Like I think that will be the thing. He's gonna actually be able to commit a murder or something like that, and then we'll end like the final scene of the film will probably be him starting his first mark.
Oh yeah.
And then you'll be like, whoa, and it just gets darker from there.
All right. I mean, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I like that.
I would like that.
One thing that I find interesting, like casting-wise, is Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya. Like, I love. Okay, first, I love it. She looks great there. Someone just asked if she's gonna be Question or like Renee, like the cop. I would imagine. I feel like she should start off as a cop, and then you know, like again, I'd want to see origin story in this because these are characters who don't have their origin stories set in film.
That is true.
You know, there's no reason not to actually see it. But also, like, it's interesting that because she's so much older than the other characters. So it's like, because normally I'd imagine like Renee Montoya, like Batwoman's age, right? Because like that's my ship. But
I understand.
So I just find it interesting that they're going with like she seems like she's gonna be like maybe start off as like the Gordon of this situation, you know, like in that position. But then instead of like just being like the grumpy caretaker or whatever, she's gonna like actually join the team. So
I think so. I think that'll be it. Well, it could be the whole thing of like when she because in the comic when she does become the Question, her whole thing was she was almost ostracized from the police department and kind of like kicked off and everything like that due to being a rogue kind of police officer. My badge and my gun or my
she
truth.
looks badass in the screen test there. So
I mean, it's something that I am definitely ready to see. Now, something else that I am definitely ready to see, or at least know about, happens to be the Super Bowl
This really is a trailer-filled episode of SNN. But yes, so which ones are you most excited about?
Honestly, when it comes to Super Bowl trailers, I wonder, am I going to get a Shazam again? But we just got something, so maybe that's not going to happen. Yeah, we did just get
one. I would like to get another one because I've been loving the trailers so far.
Yeah, but we got the international and domestic, so we're not going to get anything there. What's left to really get, though?
Well, we might get an actual Avengers Endgame trailer.
Ooh.
You know? Like, I would hope so. I mean, they don't need to spend the money for that because they're going to make $1 billion anyway. But I think that they should.
I mean, it would be great. It would be great. Why not? Yeah. Well, I mean, to see something like that would be good for me. I would love to see it. Everyone is hoping and clamoring for a Captain Marvel.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah.
And with that being the case, so am I.
She's coming real soon, so why not? You know, at this point, this would be the perfect place to promote their first female-led superhero film.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you as a studio or a company are definitely behind it.
Yes.
And with that, it's something that we are looking for with Alita.
Okay, right? I've been told Alita is good, but
whoa, here it comes! Here it comes!
I hate the animation.
You hate those. You hate those. Give me those big anime eyes. Yes, you don't like those. You don't like those big anime eyes.
Oh, Toku Kid said that it'll for sure be better than Gotham's Birds of Prey. Aww.
Aww, people still remember that. It still hurts. It still hurts. It's still fresh. Still fresh. Whew, yeah, it was a bad one.
Okay, Aladdin. I want an Aladdin trailer because I'm still like deciding, right?
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know if I trust you, Guy Ritchie. So I want to see what it's going to look like.
Okay, there was a moment where Guy Ritchie was on top of the mountain, couldn't do anything wrong. Everyone loved the guy, you know?
But
he made rock and roll.
Like, I don't remember what it was about, but he was like, well, I can't cast some guy named Mohammed. Just, you know, he's not going to bring in the ring. I'm like, oh,
it is Guy Ritchie. Remember, he married Madonna.
Exactly,
so we know he doesn't make good life decisions.
Exactly.
That's it.
So I'm like, and also, like, not to be, you know, annoying, but like Naomi Scott for Jasmine, I was like, you're like 1/4 in
Oh, so you're the like, one I can't go brown for brown. Right? That's
right, like a little more brown would have been great.
Okay.
Just a little
all right.
But you know, I'm gonna give it a chance for sure.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Right? You
exactly.
can go for it, think about it. Maybe it's going to be something good.
Common wants to see a Detective Pikachu trailer. Another Detective Pikachu. I would love that.
Didn't we just recently see some clips? No, we saw some clips where, what is it? I forgot what Pokemon it was. Some giant hairy one. I forgot what it was, but people were clamoring over it like, oh, look, it's like the real size. Oh, man, I can't wait for it. I don't know, but I didn't care too much. I just can't wait for the film. I'm still going to watch it because I am so amped for it.
Yeah.
Now, what is this?
Wonder
the
Park.
bear thing.
They're like, it's like an amusement park movie. A movie about, I don't really know. Does anyone know what Wonder Park's about? Like, all I know is that it's a park of some kind, like a you know, some
it's
kind
a
of like
park with
toy
talking
franchise.
animals.
I think it's probably like based on like some like, you know, imaginary toy franchise. Like if you were to go to like Lego World or something.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
But for these toys, and then they actually come to life. That's all I got.
Okay, all right.
It seems like your standard like childhood. Speaking of childhood, Toy Story 4, which is confirmed, that one's definitely going to be there.
Okay.
And on the one hand, I love the crap out of Toy Story. So I'm super excited. And I can't wait for the trailer. But on the other hand...
Is Keanu Reeves the spork?
Is Keanu Reeves the fork?
The spork? What is... That's
Tony Hale. I love Tony Hale.
So which one is Keanu Reeves? I need to know. Oh,
yeah, that's true. But yeah. But on the other hand, like, I thought Toy Story 3 was such a perfect ending. You know, it's like growing up, you know, leaving behind, like, passing those toys on to someone else. You know, like, that's the end. That's like the death of my freaking childhood, right?
It is.
I cried watching that movie. I was like...
You know, well, no more Andy. Andy's gone, goodbye, and we'll figure out who's going to be the new kid.
So I don't know. I'm a little... It's another one that I'm a little nervous about. I'm excited but nervous. And I see Heel Life here, and I love you, Heel Life. I just want to say, shout out to you. You're the best. All right.
Oh, now, of course, there's a film that we definitely have to talk about. It's the most anticipated film in Jazzer's life. And it happens to be producer Jazzer's life. And it happens to be, is it Riggs and Shaw? It's just, right? Is that it? That just sounds like a cop film if I've ever heard one. Like, it's really like, Riggs, Shaw, get in here! You know, and then they're going to, what's going on, Captain? Oh, I got the mayor up my ass, and blah, blah, yada, yada. You know, like one of those scenes.
So what's with this, like, trend of, like, character names? Just like blah, blah.
Oh, blah, blah, right.
Like
Riggs and Shaw, Jesus and Marrow.
Watson
I don't know.
And Sherlock and Watson. Doing.
It's the way to go now. It's quick, it's easy, and it's just like, here we go. And it's, you know, it's East meets West or whatever, I guess, in that way. So with that film, definitely, I just need to have a scene just as great as Fast 4 Part 2, or as some people call it, Fast 5, where there's the giant safe going down the streets of Brazil, because that's how you do it. Why do just a bank robbery? Steal the entire bank.
That's true.
There you go. And that's what they did. Smart.
Steal the whole
bank.
So
yeah, you take the entire safe. I want something just as crazy for this film, because lately that's been the thing when it comes to the Fast franchise. It's been a lot of heists.
Yeah.
It's been that way ever since Box Office Viagra, aka The Rock, joined it.
Box Office Viagra.
So I am ready for it, and I need to see this film because there is no way it will be bad, in my opinion.
All right, you think it's not?
I'm just saying this. I'm saying what Jezza is saying.
Some people seem to just want this movie to fail. I just want Jezza to be happy.
Why are you guys hating? Why are you guys hating on the two most amazing bald men in Hollywood right now? Okay. All right. Oh wait, are there three of them? Idris is in the film also, but Idris not gonna be bald. He's not gonna be bald.
Idris is in the film?
Yeah, he's gonna.
Well, I guess my butt will
be
in that seat.
I just know I need to shave my head again. I just recently did, and it's already going back. I hate this. Right. Oh, there is a Power Ranger in that film. Also, who's a Power Ranger right now?
He's Doggy Kruger and Solar Knight.
Damn.
Doggy Kruger and the Solar Knight. The guy who played Doggy Kruger and the Solar Knight is also going to be in this film.
There you
so
go.
there you guys go.
So
if you guys are looking for it to fail, that means you are not a fan
of Power Rangers. Wow.
So that's it.
Wow.
You guys want to let terrorists win? You guys do what you want. That's it.
Let's move on to Super Pets.
Whoa!
2021. Again, so DC animated film.
Yeah,
so that's good. I'm glad for that.
Yeah. Does it have to be on wide release, or? But I guess kids need something.
Yeah,
you know? Kids need something.
Kids.
I am down for Homeward Bound with superpowers.
That's true. Exactly.
I am down for that.
And then, like, I mean, I'm wondering, like, I mean, it's animated, so there's no constraints on, like, showing the heroes. But, like, to see how the heroes acquired those pets, I think would be, like, a fun little sequence at the beginning of that movie.
I know in the original intro of the League of Super Pets,
right, exactly.
They did it where they were fighting called the Lobes, right? Like alien brains.
Yeah, the aliens were like possessing the humans, and then it turns out they can't possess the animals.
Nope.
So their Super Pets came out and fought those aliens.
Yes, and it was amazing. Now I know we're gonna have Crypto. I know we're gonna have Supergirl's cat, and I think we're getting that monkey.
Yeah, maybe the horse. Comet the super horse.
It could be the horse, but we're not gonna get the bat cow, and we also are getting the bat dog.
The bat dog.
Yeah,
Ace the Bat Hound.
Ace the Bat Hound. Ace the Bat Hound.
So cute.
Oh, look at that! I would love to see that. If I saw this little evil monster from little bunny from what is that movie? Kevin Hart did that voice. That's part 2, right? Okay, yeah. Kevin Hart did the voice for the part 1.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
if he's doing it for that one. But yeah, I'd be down to watch it for the fact that it's a kids film.
I take the kids to it.
You know? Yeah.
I take somebody's kids to it.
Yeah. Well, that's scary. Don't ever say that out loud in public. I'll take somebody's kids. Now you're just like Alpha on Christmas special, just kidnapping children because you don't want to be alone. You're just like, I'm so lonely. Take kids and no, you're not a predator by kidnapping kids to take them to see a movie, and then after that, just be like, well, I don't know where I really got you from, so leave them there. Figure that out. But that would be probably a problem, but not too much of one. So you're good. You're good.
Oh, someone brought The Secret Life of Pets. Yes, that's what it makes me
there
think
you
of.
go. There you go. Well, that's what that little Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, obviously that's what the little bunny was from. Yeah. But that's what I would hope that the movie is actually like.
Oh.
Like the secret,
okay. All right.
Like the pets are stopping crimes when their owners are not around.
It's trippy to me how so many people are talking about it and won't stop. Like, it's just blah, 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 Super Pets, Super Pets, Super Pets. So what I'm going to do is stop.
in your circles.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in my circles. So I'm going to stop talking about it and I'm going to move on.
to the meat of tonight's story.
Goodness!
Yes.
All right, so James Gunn is actually, we already know James Gunn has left Disney, or they had their separation. Right. And
they broke up.
For a proper F.U., he immediately said, guess what I'm doing next?
Suicide Squad.
That's right. And it's not Suicide Squad 2. It's the Suicide Squad. And,
so now, but his name was not listed on like the press release that they've put out, that they recently sent out when they did the release dates.
That is true.
So it's still like it might not happen. Well, but we're pretty sure it will.
I remember saying when he left Disney during that whole situation, I would enjoy seeing a James Gunn Flash film.
Oh.
That's what I said I would love. Because think about it.
Okay.
He'd bring in that cool kind of stylized look of sound and image that meld together. Yeah. So it would be a lot of playing with the songs where you're able to speed them up and then slow them down. That moment where it's like one of those, I'm going to run so fast that now I'm running on air particles. He'd probably have one of those scenes because the Flash can do that. Yeah. So he'd probably have one of those scenes where it's like...
Just based on like the story content of like Guardians of the Galaxy, I would like a James Gunn Flash movie if it was like Flash Family, like we really had like all of them there, you know, like
that would be dope. That would. He is great with ensembles, and I think that's why we're getting him here for the Suicide Squad. Yeah. And there was an interview, and they did discuss some things on Hollywood Reporter. I'm going to go ahead and read that quote.
Do it.
Now it says, the pick has the title of The Suicide Squad and is not being labeled a direct sequel, but as a relaunch. Sources say that Gunn's focus is to take the franchise in a new direction with a mostly all-new cast of characters and actors. Sources also say...
mostly all-new cast of characters.
Yes.
That makes me feel better. I thought they were just going to, like, replace...
Oh, no.
Like, that's weird.
No,
Don't
characters
do that.
and actors.
Okay.
And sources also say that the subject is also very much rooted in Gunn's vibe, as seen in the Guardians movies.
Okay. See, that's what I'm expecting, like,
so,
the DC answer to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Come on.
That's exactly what
and the thing is, with DC saying that they're no longer trying to be focused on a shared cinematic universe, this gives him free reign to just kind of spread his wings and say, I'm going to make whatever I want
But
to.
I do hope that we have a couple of mainstays. Like, for example, my friend said this, and I don't remember if she got it from someone else or if she was just saying it from her own brilliant mind, but she was like, I hope that Viola Davis stays on, like Judi Dench in Bond movies.
I like
you know?
that.
Like,
like
she's just, like, always there.
I like that. And even if they reboot, relaunch, or anything like that, her Amanda Waller was good. And I am down to see her make sure she reprises her role as Amanda Waller. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we've got comments loving to redirect us with what were your thoughts on CWDC this week? Can I just say...
I didn't see it, but she has answers.
Yes, I have answers. Flash was finally good. The episode of Flash was so good. It was like Inception meets the Turtles touching on Spall's mind. I was super into it. So basically, Barry and I first, Nora went into Grace. Grace is the big bad's niece. The reason that he's being crazy. Into her like mind because she's in a coma, trying to wake her up, right? So she goes into her mind. She like gets trapped there. So then Barry and Iris have to go into Nora's mind to get her out of Grace's. It was wild. And so then they see like the memories, like Nora's memories from the future. And it's like Iris being a horrible mom, and it's like awful. It's really not that. It was really not that bad. Nora deserved it. But but then it turns out, of course, like your memories are colored by your own emotions, right? So she's like viewing Iris that way because she's so angry about the fact that Barry's gone, and that Iris won't tell her about Barry, etc. You know. So then by the end, like they reveal like the real memories, which is really beautiful. It was really beautiful. And at the same time, of course, Grace is seeing her uncle Cicada in a certain way, like all this like beautiful, wonderful world. You know, it's a wonderful life situation, but in reality, it's like awful, right? And they're crazy racists who want to murder Metas. So then by the end of the episode, it's like, oh my god, Grace is definitely going to become Cicada in the future, right? Like, because she's like the real like power behind the, you know.
That makes sense.
The fueling of the hatred. So I was like, it was really good. It was a really good episode. I loved it.
How's
the others?
Black Lightning?
Oh, Black Lightning. Okay, I don't know how y'all feel about Khalil, but poor Khalil. So this season, I've been like driving me nuts that he's like been like the main character basically of it. Suddenly, it's all about Khalil and Jennifer and Khalil's like true love. But now he's finally, you know, passed on from this life. And it took many episodes to happen. I'm not happy that he died because I actually did like him, but it was really emotional.
He was the guy that had the back problem.
The back problem. He was the guy with the back problem.
I don't know, whatever he had.
But he and Jennifer got a really nice send off if you liked them, and if you didn't like them, like some of my friends who absolutely hated their relationship, then it's just like torture.
Have we found Virgil yet?
Have we found Virgil?
Yeah, is there a Virgil in there at all?
No, there's no Virgil.
Shock.
No, there's no Virgil.
We're never gonna.
But R.J. Seiler did make his debut.
Really?
As Tobias Whale's newest gun for hire, or really tech for hire. He's great. I love him so much. Yeah, and he's a lot of fun. He's just like snappy one-liners, and he's basically the Cisco of Black Lightning right now, or like an evil Cisco of Black Lightning.
And of course, for the show that no one watches, Arrow. Tell us about that.
You know what? Arrow also has been pretty good for the last 2 episodes, because they introduced Emiko Queen, who is Oliver's other sister. And they gave us her backstory, which was actually kind of like, I was like, oh, I feel bad for you. Like, they gave her a good backstory since they couldn't do the comic book one where she's Shadow's daughter with Robert in the comics. But you don't care at all. And it doesn't matter. And then, of course, the future.
Subtitles, I don't care.
The future's crazy, too. So we're getting, like, Renee is the mayor in the future. but he's also like maybe partially in on the plot to like destroy Star City, to like explode Star City. And also maybe kind of he got Felicity killed, but maybe he didn't. I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure that'll all work out and she's alive. But for now, it's crazy. For now, the future is wild.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. Yep. And
Supergirl's just doing Supergirl.
Yeah,
just trying so hard,
failing so hard to be a good show, and just, they had a moment, and then it just Monel is a man that ruins shows.
Toku Kid thinks I'm lying, and Arrow isn't good. I mean, Arrow is normally terrible, but the last 2 episodes were good. Okay, and Jezra even gave a thumbs up. So. I don't know.
Does people watch that show either? I'm sorry.
I feel so bad.
We should give Miggy a call because I think she's the only one person. Like they have a market share where they're like, oh, one, and it's Miggy. So she still watches the show. Maybe one day we'll call and just put her on speakerphone. And she'll be like, so this is what's happening in Gotham, and we'll just most likely put it on mute and laugh at her. So what?
So terrible.
I'm so rude. But moving on from the horrible hole that is DC TV. My question concerning the films was Gunn again. Do you think that they will try to do a whole Harley Quinn still in this?
That's the other character that I would expect to see back. Just because, like, they're doing, like, they reworked Birds of Prey to randomly have Harley Quinn, so obviously they like her.
Right.
I guess it would, Suicide Squad, when's that coming out? 2021?
Yeah.
So they'd have to film it before. So if Birds of Prey flops and they have Harley Quinn in there, then they'll be screwed.
But see, that's the thing, though. I don't think they're going to want to, and I don't think James Gunn is going to want to, because if they bring Harley Quinn in, the studio's going to have restrictions. This is what we need.
That's true.
We need you to pretty much spotlight her. And Gunn's going to be like, no, I make an ensemble cast. I'm spotlighting the ensemble.
Okay, well then maybe it would be good to see it, especially because it would conflict if she's part of Birds of Prey now. There's no reason for her to be in Suicide Squad. So maybe there's a story reason for her not to be. She might just like have like a little like cameo, like, oh, welcome to the new crew or whatever. Bye. Off to my Birds of Prey. Just like that's.
That would be it. She's just like, bye-bye, and she just goes off the Birds of Prey. But I guess we can see what's going to happen. Oh,
okay.
Comments?
#show. Our producer said, I think they're trying to keep Will and Harley. So.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess Will's, star power, right? So, but
I think the asking price for both for that film, even though I think she still has a contract. I don't know if he does. And the thing is, if he doesn't, I think he'd know immediately my asking price is going to be higher.
That's true.
Honestly, even though Suicide Squad was a big Harley Quinn push, it felt more to me like, yo, this was just another Will film.
Yeah, emotionally, Deadshot was the center of that
Seriously,
film. Seriously,
it was just like, all right, we're going to give him all the strong, powerful lines. Yeah. We're going to have him have one of the most powerful scenes where he has to choose to look bad in front of his daughter and shoot Batman. And it's the moment that he's been waiting for, which is literally just to shoot Batman or disappoint my daughter, and he chooses, I can't disappoint my daughter, so I'm going to be taken in. That's powerful. That's a great scene. And who did they give it to? They gave it to him.
Yep.
So it's just like, and they gave Harley Quinn some really good scenes, but just not as powerful as that. So it's like,
and her best scenes were with him.
Oh, I like that. I like
their dynamic laugh.
I like that. Except for like some of the flashbacks with her and the Joker thing.
But someone ruined those scenes. Yes, you were. No, the guy playing the Joker.
Why do you hate Jared Leto?
I'm sorry.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. 30 Seconds to Mars.
You know what? To be fair, I do like 30 Seconds to Mars. And you know what else I like? My So-Called Life.
Oh,
that was peak Jared Leto.
So wait.
Jared Leto was the Joker.
And Fight Club also. But why did it really? So you didn't like that Joker?
I didn't like his Joker, yeah. I feel about his Joker the way I felt about Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. I was like, why is this happening to me? Kind of feeling.
Ooh, God. Ooh, pull the knife out of my heart. Well, moving on. Let's get to one of the big stories. Everyone's been hearing about it. It's been news for like the last almost 15 hours, which is Batfleck is out. And Reeves' movie gets a release date. Now,
2021.
Oh, boy.
Finally, after all this time.
Okay.
Like 5 years.
See, this is the thing. I think Warner Brothers, they knew it and they sat on it and they played this little kind of media PR game along with Affleck when Affleck was over there at Comic-Con. That whole BS of, I'll do anything for Reeves and blah blah yada yada. You know, he was like that dude from the Fire Festival thing. Like, we're gonna need you to do something for us, and he was like. I went home, I brushed my teeth, I straightened up my tie, and I went over there to do one thing. You know, if you saw it, then you know what I'm talking about. I feel like that's what he was like kind of trying to sell us on.
Right.
But ultimately, it's just like, well, Matt Reeves didn't want him, and we knew it.
Yeah.
Everyone on the inside already knew that Affleck was out.
Right.
And
and everyone on the outside knew, too. Like, we all knew it was coming. Like,
well, at this point, we're pretty much on the inside.
Why would he even have wanted to be part of it, you know? After BVS was so widely panned. And he, like, remember that meme of him, like, looking like his soul is leaving his body during the promotional tour? Like, that's how I thought
because it
that Ben
hurt
Affleck
him.
felt about, exactly, how he felt about DC.
I actually liked him as,
he was one of the less bad parts of BVS.
He's my Batman.
What?
Yep. I'm sorry.
That's too much.
Affleck is my Batman.
Too much now.
I mean, I know that a lot of people say, "Oh, Super Chat."
Toko Kid said, "I like Gangster Joker. Just put him in another film."
I did like Gangster Joker because the thing is, all right, Joker is literally a guy. If you think about it, he stays on trends because it's funny, not because of it's stylized. So the whole thing is kind of like a gangster thing right now. I'm gonna have gold fronts. I'm gonna have a gold gun and blah blah. Because it's just like, well, see, the thing is, it's a joke on the world from me. And the thing is, it's like everybody else is on the outside looking in. He's the only one with the inside joke. And I feel that was the whole thing. That's why I had damaged and blah blah and with a hand. I liked it. I liked it because it was just like, F it. I'm gonna have fun. I'm the Joker. I can do what I want. And then ultimately, if I need to, it's not hard to have tattoos removed. I mean, dear God, my skin is screwed right now. I can do anything I want. So it's just like that's it. That's what he did.
I accept this.
But I definitely did like him. But back to Batfleck.
That was your Batman.
My thing is, yes, he's my Batman. I think Affleck gets Batman. He did great. That scene where he's beating the crap out of people inside of that warehouse or whatever, that is one of the scenes that's straight out of any Rockstar Batman game, where you're just fighting and you're pressing circle the whole time, where you're just knocking people, throwing them out. I loved it. We got to see a little action. We got to see him do a little bit of detective work. It was great. But there's another super chat.
Common is doing having lots of comments today. Which Batman comic saga would work live action? I want Hush. Just put it out there. I want Hush,
but we're hearing that Reeves wants to go more for a detective Batman and a younger Batman. If that's the case, he wants to be far more of a detective and he wants to be younger, let's do Long Halloween.
Okay, I like Long Halloween a lot.
Long Halloween is great. We get the Calendar Man, we get Batman being a detective, we get all that filled in. Why not?
Oh, apparently animated Hush story is coming.
That's right. I was just going to say.
Animated Hush, live action Long Halloween.
I was just going to say.
Catwoman's in Long Halloween too, right?
Yeah.
I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I'm all about that, Catwoman stories.
Come on, man. Tim Sale, it's a great film or a great story to be adapted. And I think, pardon me, Long Halloween would be amazing. So that's my hope. And that's what I would like.
Hush is a great one.
Hush is a great one, but I feel that the scope is so large. Doing it live action would be so much. Remember, Batman's in it at one moment, Poison Ivy's in it at one moment.
It would have to be like longer than a movie. It would be like a 2-part trilogy or something.
Well, see, that's the thing. If it was live action, yes. But if it's animated, which they are going for, and I remember Zsasz was the one that kind of told us. I don't know if it was big breaking, but you found out when you went to see something. I don't know what. With the Reign of Superman, they were like, well, our next one is going to be, and it was like, Hush.
Nice.
So that's a big thing. And that's the first person I heard it from was Zsasz, and I was excited because DC animated. When did they go wrong? So
never.
I would love it. And but my thing is with the Batfleck thing, I feel that they knew. Once again, they knew that this was already happening a long time ago. We knew. Everyone else knew. That's why they put it as a side note with the release date. They were like, so we've got a release date for Matt Reeves' film, guys. It's this date, and everyone's happy about it. It's gonna be amazing. By the way, Ben Affleck is no longer Batman. So what we wanted to tell everyone, it was like, wait, huh, what? Yeah, and they just kept going.
And I'm like, if we're going younger, then I'm fine. Like, I'm fine with the changing the cast anyways, because I feel like they're like revamping everything.
Yeah.
But who do we want as our replacement Batman?
Whoa, well.
How much younger are we going? First of all, how much younger are we going?
I just need younger than what they had portrayed Batfleck to be.
Yeah.
Batfleck had a little bit of the gray and everything like that.
My problem with it
Dude was ridiculously ripped though.
It was just weird to me to start off at that point where he was, right?
Well, but that's the thing. It's Batman v Superman ultimately. Yeah. So with that being the case, oh my God, I have a meme that I did make that I'm going to put up again. I forgot where it's like it's Drake holding Batman Batfleck's face, and it says you're the hero that we deserve, or something.
Oh, but
not now, or something like that. I forgot what it says.
Yeah, you're not the hero we deserve, but the one we need right now.
Something like that.
The one from Dark Knight.
Yeah, exactly.
Or from
I'm gonna
Begins,
put that up because that's my Batman, guys. I know you guys are gonna hate me, and yes, go ahead and start shooting the fiery daggers. But I like him as Batman. But who do you think?
Well, it depends on how young they go, but I just want to see Oscar Isaac as Batman at some point. I really want this in my life. He is
Oscar Isaac.
Yes,
as Batman.
I do.
Wow, that's a sexy ass Batman.
He would be a sexy ass Batman.
God, dude,
that's
like
why I deserve it.
It's just like you see him there, and you're like, one, you're racially ambiguous. I don't know what's going on. And I'm gonna spend most of the film trying to figure it out. But also, like, is he mesmerizing me with his eyes?
Yes.
It's kind of like meeting Prince.
Look at that Boss Logic art from.
Oh my God! How good is that?
So good. He would be so perfect. And someone said he's like maybe too short, but just put some lifts in there like your Tom Cruise, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, we can do lifts and everything like that, and shoot up, Dutch angles, and it'll be perfectly fine.
Toku Kid said, "What about the trashed Justice League trilogy idea?"
Oh, well, we were always talking about that, and I was definitely interested in it, where the big bad would have been Darkseid, and we were just leading up to Darkseid, where he already sent one minion, then he'd send another one, and then finally it would be, he's like, it would be the whole Thanos
but I think
thing.
The first one was
I have
so
to do it myself.
Blah,
It was.
So blah that it's like.
So it was like, we're good.
Heel Life did ask about which thank you for this dollar. This free dollar.
Hey, super chat.
But I think that Heel Life asked about Darkseid War animated. Darkseid War animated. I feel like so. That's something that they should be doing. I don't know if it's confirmed, but from having Reign of Superman, Death Superman, like with Darkseid there back there, machinations in the background, like I feel like it makes sense to actually go all out war.
Well, he's definitely still a big bad. I mean, even in, like you said, in Reign of Superman, we had his, little flying monkeys all around. So with that being, the Parademons is still there and everything.
And if Tony Todd voiced him.
Woo!
I want that in my life.
Man, either that or we're gonna have James Earl Jones.
That or James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones is Darkseid. Go ahead and do it. Make way.
Say it.
Army.
That immortal. Sorry.
George Miller's.
Yeah, George Miller's Justice League Immortal.
Justice League Immortal. Yep, that's right.
And there was like a little screen test.
Yeah, right. So I'm saying
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I would love it. I mean, the dude is tall. The dude is jacked. He's got some level of acting chops. I could still see him. I mean, he played twins.
I mean, and it would make sense for like starting off Batman.
Like a good young Batman starting off, et cetera, et cetera.
He's like the Bulbasaur Batman.
Boom. Wow. Yeah, he'll evolve. And I would like to see it because I think that he could do it and he would be great for my long Halloween.
Okay. Oh, for your long. Okay. Right. Who would be? Because that's what I care about. Who would be his Catwoman? To Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer's Catwoman. And she's got to be Latina. Otherwise, keep it.
Oh, really? Really? She's got to be Latina with short hair. She's got to have Latina with short hair. Could we have, because she's been doing a lot of action films, and Joe recently interviewed her, what's her name from, not Ugly Betty, but from...
You were going to say Gina Rodriguez. You're going to say Gina Rodriguez.
Is it?
Yes. From Jane the Virgin.
There you go.
You're going to say.
There you go.
Okay, you know what I'm going to say? Even though she's already going to be in Doom Patrol, I don't care. Diane Guerrero from Orange is the New Black.
I knew you were going to say it.
Love of my life, fire of my loins.
Really?
Yes. Just chop her hair off. It's fine.
I don't know if she
Why
would
do you
look
hate
great
her?
with a short haircut. I don't know if she would.
She would look great with any. She would look great fucking bald. Okay. She would look great bald.
Not the ears. Where just like that's why she keeps her hair the way she does. But I would like I don't know. I
Who's
like
the other
my
one?
choice.
There's the girl from Fear the Walking Dead. I've already forgotten her name. It's not Denai Guerrero, obviously, but her name starts Danae Garcia. There you go, Danae Garcia.
Show me.
I'm gonna show you her. This lady. And I just sent her away from you. I was like, no, none for you. Her. Y'all can't see her, but somewhere.
As your Catwoman. So how do you feel about that? Making Selena Kyle.
Well, in the new V2 she is. Mm-hmm. That's why I say that. Because I'm like, I'm keeping it. You can't take it away from me.
But she's also adopted, isn't it? That was her thing also?
Yes.
Like, yeah. So, but hence still the name Selena.
Yes.
You know, it's like, oh, Selena's. And then after that, it's just Kyle. Yes. It's like, that doesn't match. But yeah, I guess it does. So, if we get to see what we are hoping or expecting for, especially with Matt Reeves doing the new Batman, a younger Batman, he's supposed to be a detective, blah, blah, all these good things. My question still remains when it comes to Affleck. He has a contract for 2 films left. And that brings me back to a super chat first.
All right, for first, DDT Cosplay asks, Daniel, best Batmans are Keaton or Conroy? Thank you for setting him straight. How come no one's saying George Clooney? I'm just kidding.
I get that, and please take that horrible Halle Berry picture off. Don't ever do that again. She was so happy to accept that Razzie,
Poor
and
baby,
I'm like, do what you gotta do. She understood.
She
was
her
like,
best.
I gotta check.
The movie was garbage, but she did her best.
Yeah, she was like, I gotta check. I don't care.
And then Heel Life said, keep Batman animated and keep Kevin Conroy forever. I mean, Kevin Conroy is a great Batman.
Kevin Conroy is the best Batman for a voice. Yes, definitely.
And thank you, Josh. George Clooney was a fantastic Bruce Wayne.
Who was?
George Clooney was a fantastic Bruce Wayne.
So moving on.
Not a great Batman.
Moving on to just my unpopular opinion. I still am a fan of Affleck. But once again, with Affleck still having 2 films left, I was thinking it kind of brings us back to possibly seeing him in Birds of Prey. It could be something where he arrests someone, blah, blah, whatever, or he just shows up for a bit or something like that.
Hopefully they just have him, they've stuck him in these movies that are coming out now that are like still part of the current continuity, if you will. And
with that, finishing up the contract. But what if they kind of finesse it and instead give him an option to direct? What if he directs one? Because remember, there was one where... I
think he's a better director than actor.
There was a thing where he was first brought on, and it was like, okay, you're going to be Batman, but also you're going to be able to direct a Batman film. He had a whole idea written, and there was treatments for it, where it was kind of like The Raid, The Raid Retribution, or whatever it was, where he goes into Arkham, and he fights his way down to the lower level, finally the Joker, but he gets to fight his almost the entire Rogues Gallery, floor by floor by floor by floor. And that was something, it was like, dang, that's just a fun film. It's a fun film. And I'm like, out of all the people to choose to direct it, and it was something that he really wanted. That's why we got that screen test where it was Deathstroke.
Right.
We got it from that whole thing. Oh, okay. So that's why I was like, yo, I'm down for that. I mean, this guy has directed Argo. This guy has directed The Town.
Argo was so good.
Yeah. He directed The Town. He directed, what else is another good one? Hold on, I think I had notes.
Another good movie.
Another one. Oh, Gone Baby Gone.
That's right.
I mean,
he's a good director.
He is a good director. So,
yeah.
I mean, he did Live by Night or whatever, and that was a horrible film. But, hey, he has good ones. Now, this is something that's been happening a lot. Gad is definitely trying to politic for his way to be Penguin.
And he would be a great Penguin.
He has been posting Penguin stuff like crazy. And so the rumor goes that they want Gad as Penguin, and there's supposed to be other rogues within this film that Reeves is doing.
Now,
I don't recall Penguin
I saw it's
being
going to be like a rogues gallery.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I don't recall Penguin being in the long... Oh, yeah, he was in Long Halloween. Almost everyone was.
Everyone's in there.
And his story was pretty interesting. But if they're not doing Long Halloween, they could be doing Batman Year One.
I think Why did I read somewhere that they weren't doing, like they said they were not
Batman Year One or Batman Earth
One? Oh, Batman Earth One,
Earth
maybe.
One. Earth One. Okay, if they do Batman Earth One, because it's still a young Batman, Penguin is in it, and he's actually a very pivotal role we find out later.
Right.
Ultimately in that.
Yeah.
So why not do that one also?
Yeah.
Batman Earth One, because remember, we're not doing a shared cinematic universe,
Exactly.
so we can do whatever we want.
Yeah,
and maybe that's exactly what Reeves wants.
I mean, I definitely think that because Batman is so oversaturated, you know, we get Batman all the time. What we definitely want to attack it from a different angle.
Oh yeah.
Either see a specific classic story that everyone's, you know, been waiting to
familiar
see,
with,
or do like a totally new Earth Batman. So,
and that would be a good one.
Exactly.
Dang, I wonder. Oh God!
Yeah,
everyone's still going on with this. Tenet is Riddler. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's not going to happen.
Oh,
but I get it.
But I can see it.
I don't think that it would work well. It would match well. You know, he's already been in Marvel in a way, even though it's on a canceled show. It doesn't count anymore.
Oh, that's right.
R.I.P. But you know, hey, who knows? You know, it could be a thing. But
what story is Batman on trial with the villains? Token Kid just asked.
I don't know. I don't recall. Anyone?
I remember there's a recent story where Batman is on trial, but not with the villains. So
I know I remember Trial of the Flash. I remember a few other ones.
Oh,
but
Trial of the Flash.
Batman on trial. I don't know. I would love to see kind of them adapting that Batman episode called Almost Got Him.
Oh yes, where they're all like playing the card game, and he's like the one that's
he's
one
the
of the villains.
Killer Croc, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, I get him, and I sneak up on him, and I hit him with a rock. And they're like, really? That's your story? It was a big rock. It was like that was genius.
That was a great episode.
But what was it? Anyone know? Anyone?
I think it was just an episode of the animated series.
Oh, it was an episode of the animated series.
Well, they need to make some of those into movies, because clearly those are great.
Sure. I would love it. Oh my God! You know what? We talked about a lot of things, and we talked about TV. Titans. They said that they may have Deathstroke.
Oh, that's right.
Jericho,
and the kids.
And they have right. Deathstroke, Jericho, what's the other name? Oh my God, I had
Rose, something like that.
Yeah, Rose as what's her name? Ravager, and oh my God, yeah. So Rose Wilson is Ravager, Slade Wilson, of course, Deathstroke, Joe Wilson is Jericho, and I wonder, and a big question that a lot of people are asking: was the season finale really just the penultimate episode?
It was, yeah.
Because they're saying that they're cannibalizing parts from episode 12, because when they first brought it out, there were like 12 episodes, so they cannibalized episode 12, and it's pretty much becoming more and more season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
So,
which is so stupid to me, but whatever.
Well, I mean, but you think about it, it was like, okay, we ended on a high, because the penultimate episode for it was apparently what we just saw, which was episode 11. It was on a high, you know, and then after that it was like, great, now we're gonna. Well, dude, the whole fake world thing,
well, that was the
where
thing,
it was like that was still cool.
That was like unsatisfying to me, because it's like
it's a dream and I hate it.
Well, no, it's a dream and I hate it, but it's like you get that so that he learns his lesson, he steps out, he's ready to fight. And then you get the actual battle. But instead, it was like, oh, he got eaten by Trigon, so now he's possessed. And they're outside the house, and maybe they'll get in and save him. Find out next season.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank you.
Gonna leave you on a cliffhanger. Gonna leave you on a cliffhanger, and I know you're gonna be
nothing.
completely upset with it and hate it. But there you go. That's about it.
Yes. So, but it definitely seems to me like first episode of season 2, they're just gonna get rid of Trigon. They'll be done with him, and then it'll be Deathstroke time.
I don't think so, because they said something about Trigon having a bigger plan than what we expected, as far as more than just Raven bringing him into the world. And remember, we find out Starfire was there to kill her before. But
it just seems like they're bringing in so many characters that I'm like, how are we gonna?
And then we got Superboy.
Yeah,
we got Superboy and Crypto, and apparently Crypto there also.
Course, yes.
So it's like, and that is cool, because right now in the comics, Superboy does have Crypto running around with him. So they're gonna do that. I feel that we did a lot. We brought in a lot of people with whatchamacallit, the big buff dude and Dawn.
Hawk and Dove.
Hawk and Dove. I love their story. Like, dude, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, and they'll be sticking around, so we're going to have a whole host of characters.
But I think we'll actually run into all those people like Jericho and Ravager and all that midway through.
Okay.
And that would be kind of interesting.
I don't know if Titans should bring Superboy, but I know they are bringing Superboy.
Yeah, exactly.
So whether or not they should, it's happening.
That's the thing. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So with it happening, let's run with it. I mean, I can see it where, why not? Superboy is going to be able to fly. One person, let it happen.
Speak. Yeah.
Okay, all right. You'll let us know exactly what you think.
I'll let you know exactly what is good or bad about it. Yeah.
All right, and I think with that, we've covered everything. We've run on for how long?
59 minutes.
Oh my God, good job. Boom, so we're cutting it close. And with that, guys, you can always find us here at the same Bat channel at the same Bat time.
Yeah.
Right here every week, Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific. To cover, the Superhero News Network. That's SNN. My name is Daniel.
I'm Tatiana.
Exactly. You can find me on social media at Battlestar Galactica or on Twitter at that #BSG. Mostly you can just find me here on that hashtag show. Where can everyone find you?
Also the hashtag show, Marcella's Ear on Twitter, and then there you'll see all the things I write for if you want to read more of my words.
Hey, there you go. There you go. And with that, make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and click that notification. Boom! Join the Facebook page. That hashtag show, THS hashtaggers, so you can pretty much keep up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.